nobody just did to me? Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
You know how I get mad when he counts down by random numbers? He started at 8. I mean, if he's going to start at a number, at least it's an even number and a multiple of my favorite number. But then he went 8, 7, 6, 3, 2, 1. How's a girl supposed to be prepared? I'm Jen.
I'm Neal.
I take a gummy.
I don't.
I'm Canadian.
I'm not.
We're in a relationship. And we watch a lot of reality television.
This has been Housewives week.
Oh.
Because we binged so much Traitors last week, we got to come back with the Housewives.
Oh. Salt Lake City is a national treasure.
Well, yeah, we have to treasure before we're in a dead zone of just Beverly Hills.
Oh, that is bleak.
Because Potomac only has a couple weeks left.
You're right. Oh, bleak, bleak, bleak. But now there's going to be a new show called, like, a road trip.
Yeah, with Nene.
Well, Nene Leakes is going to be just in the Atlanta portion, though. So does that mean they fit, like, I don't understand the format of the show. Are there housewives who are going to go across the country and stop in and visit other housewives, and Nene is just going to be on it as, hey, you can come visit me?
To the East Coast, and then you're going to have a massive gap to Utah.
Yeah, but so it can't be. It must just be that one group is going to another or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sure it's like the girl trip. Well, it's named like the girl trip. The ultimate road trip instead of ultimate girl trip.
Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City.
Oh my gosh. Lisa Barlow is the most narcissistic, unaware person I've ever had the displeasure of watching lie across my screen.
I'm going to say something.
Don't be controversial.
I'm going to be controversial.
Don't you dare.
I compare...
Her to Jen Shaw. Angie already did that.
No. I compare her to Donald Trump.
That narcissistic?
Nothing you can say to her will make her apologize or realize she's wrong.
She has a defense for everything.
It's not even a defense.
No, because she thinks... No, you're right. It's not a defense. She doesn't even defend herself well. She just talks in circles as if she's important. She has delusions of grandeur. Which is a thing that narcissists have.
If she shot someone in the middle of Times Square and she was confronted about it, she would say, do the Donald Trump weave, and somehow it would be the victim's fault. In a case as clear as day.
Or it didn't happen and we didn't see it the way it... Well, yes, the argument that we didn't say it the way it was, which was a huge point of issue this season because of whatever happened on the plane with Meredith bullying Brittany into submission for hours and hours and all the other girls seeing it, but Lisa and Meredith saying it didn't happen.
Right.
Like, to me, that is truly unwell behavior.
Yes.
And, I'm not going to diagnose anybody with anything except for basically Lisa with narcissistic personality disorder. But what? I watched 2 movies. Crazy Rich Asians. Okay, well then how did it end? That, to me, trying that gotcha was so good. Oh, I don't remember. But at this point, Lisa had already piped up. I was watching Crazy Rich Asians too. And of course, because Lisa, she also has the need to look like the best at all times. So she, of course, had already said, I was also watching Crazy Rich Asians. So they turn and ask Lisa how it ended, and she's like, oh, well, there's the this, and then there's the that. Because she couldn't effing help herself. To defend Meredith would have been to be like, oh, I fell asleep too. I don't know how it ended. But you just had to look like you were still in the right, even though you're defending this straight up, maybe alcoholic liar. Listen, she obviously mixed a couple first-class cocktails with some sort of sleeping pill and instead went manic.
Right. Yes.
Can we just admit that?
No, because she's the same as Lisa. they gaslight you so hard that they believe what they're saying.
They truly get mad at all the other girls for doing things they had just done. Like, Lisa 3 times in this was like, well, I did this, Bronwyn, because you did this. And Bronwyn's like, you're doing it right now.
Right.
Like, you're getting mad at me for doing something. Like, Lisa's nonstop talking about Todd, and Bronwyn actually did stop talking about John. Like, facts are facts. Bronwyn's in the right about that. Is she shady? Did she bring up the lawsuit? Are they actually on good terms? No. Because Bronwyn came after Lisa and made her look anything but perfect. The whole storyline with Lisa knowing the grandparents of Bronwyn's daughter.
Right.
She couldn't handle that. That was the starting point, and she felt like she brought Bronwyn on.
Yeah.
So they talk about why wasn't Lisa at the girls' trip, because she never misses a trip. Whitney says she thinks it's because she was recovering from a facelift in Miami. Lisa has since come out, ooh, and I get to be the one with juicy goss now. Go to Instagram, have a look. She did post a bunch of pictures from another simple favor. Like red carpet, like premiere. Like, you know how when it's say you have an LA premiere and a New York premiere, whatever. Lisa must have been at the New York one, maybe. Which, like, then if that's the case, I'm not going on an RV trip in Utah either. But when you sign your contract, don't you say, I have to be available for these dates?
Probably.
I mean, frickin' the biggest actors in the world have to follow their contract.
What are you going to do? Penalize Lisa Barlow?
That's what I hate. You can't get rid of her. When I watch her try to explain herself, it is absolute torture. When I watch her in the season, it's like, nom nom, give me more. These ladies couldn't be thirstier. They know exactly what they're doing, most of them, while at the same time being like almost completely unaware, like self-unaware. Like their lack of self-awareness is zero.
Zero. But again,
then also know exactly what they're doing and that
willful.
They're making this amazing show. Yes! Yes. It is willful. But it has been making for some great television. Brittany not being on from the beginning of the... Listen, and I don't like Brittany, but Brittany not being on from the beginning of the reunion, A. B, not getting a little, like, follow-up blurb in the finale because she's still technically a friend of. She has been the focus of half the storylines.
Right. Well,
give the girl her snowflake. Do I like her? No. Do I want her to leave the show? No. I don't feel that way. Oh, damn. Ask me how I feel about Stacey.
How do you feel about Stacey?
I don't like her. I think she makes the show great, but I think she's a case where she could go. Do you feel that way about Brittany?
After this... Hold on.
Okay.
Brittany, I thought it was funny. They bring her on halfway through the episode, and then she's
Don't even ask her questions.
That she's not shown, or she...
Oh, she shows the bear of Jared talking.
Yes, okay, and then she isn't allowed to talk.
Yeah.
Yes... I think that was unfair.
I think Brittany's chasing butterflies.
Her whole storyline next season, though, if she's back, is going to be Jared and her not being together, and her being a bad mom.
So she should only be a friend of, because we don't care enough to go deeper into that.
Stacey, I was up on her through the season until this last episode. Where they go to Colorado to Angel's place. I think she's a waste of space now.
I think she's full of shit, and she knows it, and she knows what she's playing.
She's the fakest human I've ever seen.
Right? But she pretends she's not.
Right.
But then I don't know if she knows.
She copies business ideas.
I think she's just pretending. I think she's just a follower, and... she's pretending she's more confident than she is and just trying to live her best life. But I think she's, like, pretty vapid, too. Man, I'm being, like, really hard on the girls today.
Have you talked to TJ? No, but I know where Timo is. Like,
That's a normal thing to say.
no, everything she does is fake. Everything about her is fake.
She does shit stir on purpose. Who else asks very direct questions?
The egg salad. She acted so fake about it. Like, it's just everything about
the potato salad?
Whatever, potato salad. She can't have a human interaction. Everything is robotic.
I know, but what you take from her as robotic, I know who she reminds me of. She reminds me of, in some ways, Raquel. Like Vanderpump Rules Raquel. Like, she grew up in such a way that she was basically molded into this, like, pageant girl. This very, like, innocent pageant girl. And then the first time that girl tries to step outside of that and be the wild girl, what actually forms is like the most awkward adult, and you feel uncomfortable watching them. Like, I feel uncomfortable when Raquel first entered the show and was dating James and sat down with Lisa for the job interview, and she's like, I think I would be good at this job because my time working in pageants has made me very confident. And I would approach everybody with a smile. Like, that's gonna get you the job. That is going to win people over. But I'm uncomfortable watching it because you don't know who you are. And she didn't know who she was. She was lost. I feel like Stacey is lost.
The whole Potomac.
Sometimes super religious, like I said, sometimes super religious people end up like that. So maybe if she's originally from Utah, maybe she did grow up really sheltered. Like, she acts like, oh, I don't know what those things mean.
Right. I think Potomac as a whole should probably be canceled.
Whoa.
I don't, Wendy's allegedly a felon.
Have you heard the news?
No.
Guess who got first chair at the reunion?
Is it Wendy?
No. You're thinking through and you're like, who could
Is
possibly?
it Stacey?
I'm shaking my head.
Is it
The
Angel?
listeners can't see that. You'll never guess, literally.
Kira?
Karen.
Oh, why? Oh, because she's going to make a statement or something?
I don't know. I guess because she's out of jail, she's joining the reunion. I mean, I wouldn't make her first chair, but I would, bring her out.
Well, okay, so you have Karen who's
just out of jail.
old and out of jail.
Prison.
And not interesting at all. Giselle's just mean. And miserable.
She is sad. She's not
Stacey
happy.
is fake. Wendy's allegedly a felon.
Hey, they haven't been.
Monique got kicked off the show for physical violence.
But man, she's giving it this season. Go watch Potomac anyway.
Yes, Monique's my favorite. No, I like Tia. Tia's new and British.
I like her.
But they barely show her.
So is she boring? You have room for a couple boring, though, if your main were stronger. Ashley, you don't like Ashley.
No, Ashley's...
But the show needs her because she's the pot stirrer. She's the shit disturber.
She just... I don't know. She's just... I'm not an Ashley fan, much like all of humanity.
Do you think it's just because you don't like Giselle either, and they're ride or die? I don't even think they like each other that much, honestly.
No, they are not Lisa and Meredith.
No.
So I don't connect them to like that.
Me neither. I felt like Giselle and Robin are that to me. I don't know. Robin won't come back, I guess, because... Well, she's another one. Juan lost everything.
Yeah.
He was a basketball player. They went bankrupt.
Well, wasn't he the one that was accused of...
Oh, was he? We're not going to say anything. Allegedly. At the
Allegedly.
college he coached at? Or was it a high school? No, college,
With
right?
No, it was... he, had an inappropriate relationship with the assistant coach or something, right? Or,
Yes.
something like that.
They showed that.
Yes.
That's juicy.
That was on...
But she's probably protecting her, because her sons would now be gosh, late teenagers. So, maybe... And her and Giselle's podcast is so popular, I think maybe you just run with the thing that gives you peace. So I don't think Robin would come back. She wouldn't even film for the podcast 10 million listen party. I mean, that was a party for your podcast. So I think that would be Robin's answer on that. I don't think people liked Robin to begin with.
she was boring from what I remember.
Yes. Too many boring. Giselle's boring. But she's so mean that she's wonderful. I don't think we should get rid of her. She is such a shit talker. Like, Ashley's a shit stirrer. You're touching your... Winnie is literally right under us. And I think Neal didn't realize that he dropped the phone a little bit lower. And her back started, like, spasming. And she woke up to give it a bath. So, like, that definitely just tickled her. Like, tickled her awake.
I'm so sorry, Winnie.
You're okay.
It's okay.
You're okay.
Well, we're talking about Salt Lake City. So, but Salt Lake City...
They can't...
I think if you compare them and Potomac, they're like...
So much better?
Yes. Oh, there's a bunch of birds outside. Winnie's got to go check.
That was a big leap for Winnie.
Big leap for Winnie kind.
She's a big girl.
Yeah.
She's our biggest cat, and we have a boy cat. She's our biggest cat. She's not overweight.
No, she's very fluffy.
Big structured, and there's a lot of fur going on. I don't like Lisa Rinna either, but I'm going to quote her right now. They can't own anything, Lisa and Meredith.
No.
Nothing. They couldn't even own that they ride for each other.
That was hilarious. I think it's a bad episode when they're the focus and it's everyone versus them because, again, it's just going to be all of them screeching at each other.
I can't believe on the internet there are people who defend Meredith and Lisa. Listen, do I think being ganged up on is fun or nice or fair? No. But are you really trying to tell me that Meredith or Lisa couldn't stand up for themselves? And they're looking these girls in the face saying, I do stand up for myself. Meredith doesn't talk when she's the focus. Lisa completely picks up for her.
Yes.
Why can neither of them acknowledge that?
Because
I would put them together more than I would put any other pair together.
They're basically one person. Like, if you haven't seen the movie Together, they would seamlessly fuse into one being.
Yeah. And I don't feel that way about, say, Heather and Brittany. I know she brought Brittany on. She was defending her because they were going up against the underdog.
Right.
So why is that wrong? Why can't Heather defend Brittany when Lisa can defend Meredith? And, like, Meredith doesn't defend Lisa.
Right. It was just hilarious.
So, like...
it's crazy because if you watch, you will notice...
But they can't afford to not be loyal to each other.
If anyone says anything to Meredith, Lisa's the one that will talk.
Well, Heather just said near the end of the episode, she's like... Because what's the word that they're using? Like conspiring, or some word that's like, oh, we tag team. I'm not a tag team. I'm a solo artist.
Yes.
I'm a solo artist. Lisa, there are people a lot more successful than you who wouldn't look twice in your direction. And you wouldn't like it if they talked about you the way you talk about your peers. The people you are sitting around this reunion at. Who do you think you are?
Meredith, what's your net worth? Meredith's net worth is... like, you ask her a question, Lisa's the one that's going to answer it. And then...
We still haven't watched the Below Deck episode to see. They're like, oh, Heather's like... Because the episode hadn't aired yet when they filmed the reunion. Because Andy was asking them how they were going to feel, how they thought they were going to feel seeing the perspective of the other side. And Heather's like, we don't even notice the cameras anymore. We were just on a trip. We were just on a vacation. So, like, if this is who they really are, Captain Jason tried to eat with them at 3 different meals and left all 3 times because people were screaming at each other.
Yes, it's crazy.
I really think the Below Deck people probably had a miserable time. Well, we got to see them talk shit a little bit. Yes. So I hope it's even better in that version. Bronwyn. No, got nothing to say about Bronwyn.
But yes, we do.
Okay.
She's first chair, second season on the show.
True.
I think she is going to be much happier next season, assuming she's back. And
I hope things go well for her.
yes.
I think
Her miserable mother.
Which, like, her mom won me over at some point.
Well, yeah, she got a lot better at the end of the season,
I
but
think
she
them
was
living together helped them a lot.
Oscar the Grouch.
Yeah. I think it helped her understand Bronwyn a lot.
Yeah.
Because Bronwyn had kind of just resigned herself to accepting that she was never going to get what she needed from her mom. But then somehow would set herself up to be disappointed over and over again. And I think her mom just, like, started to see her. And maybe, like, see her as an adult. Because her mom was very hard on her, like, do you know what your pregnancy did to me, though?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it's like, that's a real effing Utah mom thing to say. Big deal, your teenage daughter got pregnant. But then at the same time, I'm sure gave her a lot of, like, in-person support. But if you're going to hang it over their head like that, was it really worth the support?
Right.
So I hope Bronwyn can find her own way, because I feel like she just went from her mom to Todd.
Yes.
And so she needs to be herself, which is so interesting because she came on so herself. But
Yeah.
is she using Todd's money to be that person? Yes, obviously.
She's going to get half of it.
I hope the divorce goes well. Have they been together for more than 10 years? Is that a thing in Utah like it is in California?
I don't know. You have to look it up.
We have to look it up. Okay, keep talking.
But
Oh man, I just opened my phone and it's at my Costco tab. You're gonna have to make sure I don't get distracted.
yes, Bronwyn we're cheering for. Angie got relegated to like the other end of the couch, and they didn't even like talk to her for most of the reunion so far. But she brought out the scroll of truth at the end.
And you were so disappointed that it was the end of the episode. Neal was actually, I could tell he had no concept of how far into the reunion we were, because he picked up the remote and he was going to pause it to podcast, which makes you grumpy, and you will only do that if we're only like halfway. And then you look up on the screen and the frickin' credits are rolling while they're speaking, which I hate that they do that, by the way. I wish they talked us out.
Yeah.
Nah, maybe not, because that'd be inauthentic, because you just get Andy to shoot it beforehand. And that's not nice.
It was basically 3/4 of the episode was Meredith and Lisa screeching.
In Utah, the division of marital property is based on equitable... I shouldn't be a lawyer. Equitable distribution, what the court deems fair, which is often, but not automatically, a 50-50 split. Not a set number of years that guarantees a half share. So even better than California.
Right.
The length of the marriage is a key factor the court considers. Well, yes.
Probably just depends if you get a male or a female judge.
Oh, okay, but now this like contradicts itself. That's what I get for reading the AI overview. And listen, I'm trying to make AI something the world can actually use. So I'm sorry if that's controversial. Long-term marriages, generally considered 10 years or longer, will usually end with an equal 50-50 division of assets. Short-term marriages typically result in assets being divided to put both spouses back into the financial position they were in before the marriage began. Dang. That's kind of a hard thing to prove, though. If you were together for like 7 or 8 years, are you really going to go back and be
I
like...
think they mean like 1 to 3 for that.
For short-term?
Yes, I think, because... Short, yes. If you're doing 7 to 8, you're probably getting the benefit of the doubt of 10.
Is this true?
What?
Oh, alimony. A court may not order alimony for a period longer than the length of the marriage unless there are special reasons. So your alimony disappears? Kind of like the way child support has conditions on which it disappears?
I mean, isn't child support mostly just till the kid's 18?
So basically 10 years or more, it's not guaranteed, but it's probably going to be 50-50.
Right.
But there's broad discretion.
Again, I think...
Do you think judges get paid off to side with certain people?
Well, that would be unethical, my love.
That would be illegal. It's happening, isn't it?
Of course.
Oh, that makes my heart hurt.
You need to get reelected somehow.
Meredith is somehow a lawyer. Argue for yourself. Also,
she's a DJ.
That means, shouldn't she know that because Lisa's court cases were just considered dismissed, that, like, they could have been taken up again? It could have been dismissed for a super stupid reason. I mean, you can explain it better than I can, obviously.
Well, from what I read, they were either dismissed because she finally agreed to pay them back.
Right, so we're calling it dismissed, but really, it took us taking you to court for you to pay us back.
Or I think one or two of them they were dismissed, but we're changing the allegations a little bit and then refiling.
We're coming back.
Which is often, yes, if a judge will say something and dismiss the case, but he'll be like, you could also bring this under X instead of...
Like, they can give advice.
Not
advice.
Right, but they'll give you leave to refile.
But if it had been dismissed with prejudice, then that would be telling the people filing, you can't do this again.
Right, but then you would appeal that
or still find
order.
Another way to do it. But it's like, you can't sue for the same thing twice.
Well, yes.
Double jeopardy.
You can't file the same thing.
Even if it's dismissed and not without prejudice?
Oh, no, with prejudice, you'd have to change. You'd have to do something differently. But if it's being dismissed without prejudice, it's usually inferred that you're going to change something and refile. Because if it was dismissed, you wouldn't just file the same exact thing.
We're confused now. Lisa's full of shit.
Or you could go for a change of venue. Like, there might be a better place you would want to file. Mm-mm. And if you get it dismissed with prejudice... Like in New
York instead of Utah,
yes.
Or Utah instead of New York.
If it's dismissed with prejudice, you can't do that then.
So they could still sue her 10 different... In any city where they do business.
You're not supposed to venue shop, but like that, of course.
I'm not saying venue shop. I'm saying if it gets dismissed somewhere, I'm not going to give up.
Right.
I'm going to pursue all my options.
Bring it somewhere that else
is still relevant. Yes. I'm just not going to start there if it's not the most relevant. Lisa is so full of shit. We didn't even get to the best part.
What was the best part?
Pure Lisa rage at Heather. Because Heather asked her...
This is so weird.
What do you do for a living? And we have two very different sides here. Because we have Bronwyn and Heather and Angie who are just saying... What's weird about asking your friend what their company does? And then you have Lisa, who has Meredith defending her. Okay, here we go. But, of course, she's whispering it to Lisa. She's saying it to Lisa. Now, that's an attack on her. That's implying something. You get raging angry that Heather asks you what Lux Entertainment or whatever
marketing.
It does.
But that's a fair question. What does a marketing company like yours do?
Because Heather was like, if you asked me about med spas, if you were like, hey, how do you make your money? I'd be able to explain it to you. So what do you do? And she's like, we own... But first she's freaking offended.
Yes.
How dare you? You've been to events of mine. Daniel Radcliffe. Do not bring Harry Potter into this. We created a company, N&B, and then we sold it. Okay, but why do you need to be a part of that? This seems like shady shit.
That doesn't answer the question at all.
No, here's one thing I've done. Okay, but how are you making money this month? Like this
Right.
this month.
It's disgusting.
Because she was like, I know. Yeah, that's disgusting. Are you effing serious right now? If you mean that, you're disgusting. Heather's like, we're disgusting? She's like, I know you sell tequila. That's how you make money. What does this business do? I thought tequila was the only thing she did. I thought she was getting invited to Another Simple Favor because they used her goddamn Vita tequila in the movie because they're always drinking cocktails in Another Simple Favor. I didn't know that there was this, we do PR. Like, are you an event planner? Are you a manager to celebrities? We make companies. Okay, but are you a company? What? Allegedly, she's a shell corporation. She's a freaking Somalian daycare.
She runs out of a P.O. box.
Yes! I don't believe a word that comes out of her mouth. You paid them because they brought it to court. That's bad business.
Yeah.
Heather's like, but aren't you not friends with Nikki and Brie Bella anymore? And it's like, oh, they go for each other's throats. There have been 100 episodes now, and they did a montage of all the, like, classic lines. And I mean classic. Like, have been voted for online and repeated online. Huge sound bites. Even Andy acknowledged it. Like, it is a pillar of pop culture right now. And I'm not mad. You go Salt Lake City. They all reflected on where they are now versus where they were. All of their faces are different. So for there to be a whole segment, even when Andy turns to Lisa, this is just me complaining about Lisa for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Andy turns to Lisa and says, what have you had done? And she says, well, I went 2 years where I didn't have Botox at all. No, that's nice. I haven't eaten bread in a year. If the question you're asking me is when's the last time I ate meat, why are you telling me that? Why are you telling me... That was a bad example. But why are you telling me that you didn't have Botox for 2 years? That's nice.
Ultimate deflector.
Yes, but she's not doing a good job. I think Andy should press her a little bit more. I think he feels a little bit bad,
The
too.
Olympics are 16 days.
I knew it was more than 2 weeks. I knew it was 2 weeks with a little bit on either end. I said 21, so I was over. I can admit that I'm wrong. Get that smirk off your face that you think I'm Lisa Barlow right now. I was off by 5 days. That's a whole business week. Yes, I was off. But stop acting like I said I thought the Olympics were 4 months long.
I'm going to the Showcase Showdown. I was the closest without going over.
You do. You win. You think I can't admit when you win? You said 2 weeks. First, I'm pretty sure you said a week.
I did not say a week. I know it's longer than a week. Now, do they account for the opening ceremony?
That's what makes it 16, I think. That was my point, is that that's like on a weekend, and then it's 2 full weeks. So, like, I had 16 days off for Christmas. You start on a Saturday, you have a weekend, you have the 10 days, and then you have the sandwich weekends and the weekend in the middle. That's 5 plus 5 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. That's 16.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're welcome for over-explaining how to add numbers together to get to 16. I would like to play Call of Duty, but I really can't get over Lisa. Lisa Barlow. I'm speaking to you.
Okay.
Why do you think Heather, by asking what you do for a living, is implying something or is being like dark and shady unless you do dark and shady shit for work?
That's the impression I got. Don't make me explain what I do because I simply cannot.
I mean, I know there are memes that are like, you know, people pretending they know what their friends do for a living. I mean, that was a running joke on Friends, is no one knew what Chandler did for a living. People joke that they don't know what they do for a living. Yes, but like, does Lisa know what she does for a living?
She probably makes her husband do all the work, so she doesn't know anything. That's why they're in all this legal trouble.
Okay. Do we like it because it's still sort of innocent? Oh, but Mary and her son, we haven't gotten into that. And that's, like, serious. And Colt is serious. And jail is serious. Never mind, Jen Shah went to jail. I forgot. No, this is, like, serious shit. Except Brittany. Chasing butterflies.
And Jared.
Osmond.
And she is not chasing a relationship with her kids.
Whoa. You said that.
That's all we got.
That's disgusting. You're disgusting. Listen, is it the equivalent of, like, I'm trying to embarrass my boyfriend's girl best friend who I don't like, and I'm asking her, "Ooh, what do you do for a living?" Because I, like, know she's a stripper? Like, I don't understand what Lisa thinks the gotcha is. But I also don't buy Heather, Angie, and Bronwyn being like, she's just asking. You're being shady.
It's just weird. If you're a marketing company, you should be able to tell what you charge money for.
Yeah, how do you make money? Yeah, and that's what Heather says. How do you make money? I can tell you how I make money. Angie can tell you how she makes money. Bronwyn just spends Todd's money.
Right.
Which then makes Lisa angrier? The whole dick-sucking saga? You're just a dick sucker. I suck my husband's dick and he gives me money? I mean, we're married. So, better than the husbands out there giving the money and not getting the dick sucking.
You went there.
I don't know. They're like, what's wrong with doing that? And it's like, yeah, what is wrong with sucking your husband's dick? Sorry, I just said it again. You're dying right now. Is that the new theme of this podcast? I take a gummy, try to make it as R-rated as possible, and you're like, please don't get us, like, canceled? Or demonetized? Oh no. Do you think YouTube searches for the word demonetized?
I don't know what YouTube does.
Probably not, right?
You can't say. It's just
like Control F the world. You can though, because you could make everything that's said in a YouTube comment, like in a spreadsheet, and you could just Control F it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
You can search the world like that. I really think Control F could change the world. Was that something a nerd would say?
Yeah. We're gonna go now. I think we are long past due for this episode.
Please go watch Salt Lake City. We're 100 episodes in. They're not gonna cancel it anyway, bitches.
Part 1 of the reunion. Of course, they make their reunions 3 parts.
We know extra stuff we haven't even talked about, like how we know Meredith's probably not coming back. Right. Which is another, like, Robin protecting your family type situation. I think shit's really going to go down with her and her husband. And maybe their business, whatever they do. What do they do?
What?
Meredith and John. Sean?
She's a DJ.
I mean, before that.
What
got them on this show? Can someone explain that one to me, too? I don't understand. Listen, they're probably all expert MLMers. Let's be real.
Yes. Well, not Whitney.
Pyramid schemer. You just still an MLMer. Just
not an expert. Novice, one might say.
Oh, novices can still sometimes perform well. We are shady. We are high body count hair. Your ears are so far pulled back that they're stuck, that your face is so far back, pulled back, that your ears are stuck to your head.
Trampoline with eyes.
A trampoline with eyes. Do you think I look inbred? Yes. You can leave.
And that's what we're gonna do. See you later, guys.